I need me a bucket.
I brought you one, dear.
The Japanese beetle's done a wonder on them. I mean, yeah. You want me to pick everything?
Yeah, if they feel too tough when we're going through them, then I'll throw them out.
There's some pretty ones right there. I can't reach those up there. Look up there.
No, I definitely can't reach them.
There's one right up there at the very top I can't reach.
They're a lot fuller than I thought they were.
There's a lot of beans in here, ain't it?
I'm gonna have to can some anyway, Anna.
I mean, I guess it's all up to whatever you want to do.
Well, welcome back, y'all. We've come out here to the garden, and we're just going through getting everything picked. Well, we've kindly neglected completely picking these green beans, and that's what we decided to start with. We'll just see what we get here. These are Kentucky Blue Wonders, a mixture of Kentucky Wonders and Blue Lake beans. We planted them last year, canned some, decided we really liked them. They're way easier to pick than bush beans anyway, and they're plumb full.
They are loaded. We've picked 2 real good messes off of these. I think I picked almost a 5-gallon bucket for my grandma, and then probably a half a 5-gallon bucket for another lady. But that's all we've picked so far, and I honestly didn't realize that they were as full as they are now.
Yeah, they've really put off.
We haven't been honestly too concerned about green beans because we canned so many last year that we really just wasn't too worried about green beans this year, were we?
No, and I mean, I'm running out of space.
Well, and we have those Kentucky Wonders that we've been eating on fresh. They're over there. We've got some in Jacob's garden and some on the other trellis in the raised bed, and we've been eating on those fresh. And honestly, we just haven't needed these.
There's only so many green beans a person can eat.
Yeah, these people who can like hundreds of quarts of green beans a year,
they must like green beans a lot
that's all I
better than
know is they like green beans.
I mean, I like them too. I just can't eat them every single day. I'm about foundered on green beans anyway.
But I tell you what, these beans sure do make a pretty bean. Look at this.
Yeah, and even the bigger ones are pretty tender. Feels like.
That's a pretty bean. I may have to be squatting down right now, but this is a whole lot better than bending over picking a bush bean, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. Any day of the week. Reckon these will come back out?
I say they will. That's one reason I want to get them picked and cleaned off, though, because we're coming into the fall. Well, it's not here yet, but it's just on the horizon. And so if we get these
the weather
things
feels
cleaned
like
off,
it anyway.
Yeah, boy, it's been nice the last few days. It's felt really good out here. But if we get these things cleaned off, hopefully they will, which they have new blooms on them. They're full of new blooms. But hopefully that'll trigger them to put on even more blooms, and then we'll have probably a really nice crop of green beans coming on here in the next month or so.
That's right.
And that's one thing that, a lot of people they pull out their beans in the middle of the summer thinking they're done. And as long as you can keep the weeds out of those beans, they'll put on a second growth.
Well, we've had them, well, the Kentucky Wonders anyway, be nothing but sticks because the bugs eat all the leaves off of them. And then they turn around and
take off.
When it starts
put on a second growth, and man alive, you'll have better beans in the fall than you did in the spring. I love how long these are, though. Just look at that bean.
That is a big one.
That's a beautiful bean. And even that one right there, that feels like it's probably done got too old. I mean, I think it's still a good bean. What are you doing, Toto? It's TP right here, I believe, is about to fall.
Oh no. That ain't no good.
Yeah, I can't believe as rough as the vines look, it's that they're so full of beans. The Japanese beetle's done a wonder on these things.
That or these other things.
Which now that we're out here picking them, we see we got a bunch of Mexican bean beetles on here too. I didn't realize we had those.
Yeah, we didn't. We thought we eradicated them because we didn't have none last year, did we?
I don't think, if we had any, it was very few.
Yeah.
A lot of them beans have done got too old. I'm just gonna leave them alone.
You gonna try to put them as seeds?
Yeah, we might let them turn into seeds. There you go. I would like to save some seeds off of these.
See what would they come back true to themselves?
Well, I never thought they would because these are a hybrid green bean. However, if I understood it right, I heard Hoss say in one of his episodes the other day that all bean seeds will come back true to themselves. I did not know that.
That's interesting.
Until the other day. So, yes, I might save some seeds off of these and to plant again next year. My goodness, at the beans on this plant.
That's the way I feel over here. I'm like, I ain't went nowhere, and I just keep.
Well, see, when we picked that
There's
mess
a
for
pile
Grandma,
of them up above my head.
when we picked that mess for Grandma, I think they came off of the two middle ones. Like this one right here, I don't even believe we touched because she had already had all she wanted. It is loaded. My gosh, I bet there's 500,000 beans on this plant.
That's pretty awesome, though.
Them Kentucky Wonders we plant now, they have strings, but they're not bad.
Yeah, them Kentucky Wonders, they're all right, like fresh. I mean, actually, no, I say all right. They're very, very, very good fresh. I love them fresh. The only thing with the strings is, to me anyway, when you can them, it's like they grow more strings. I don't know why. Probably because, like, I'm a lazy bean stringer, but you really can't tell them that bad when you're eating them fresh, but when you can them, boy.
The strings come out, don't they?
A lazy bean stringer. That's my new title.
But I've never seen a bean soak up the meat. Like, you know, we got to put a piece of meat in with our green beans, and I've never seen a bean soak up the flavor of the meat better than those Kentucky Wonders do.
Yeah, they are good. Which now these, it's been a few years since I cooked any of these fresh. I can't remember.
You did last year.
I cooked them fresh last year?
Yeah, and I'm going to say by what we're picking here, we'll probably have some fresh ones here soon.
Yes,
I'm
dear.
going to leave that one for seed.
The only thing I see we should have done different is these teepees shouldn't have been quite so tall.
Yeah, our trellises are too tall.
I could go get my little step ladder, I guess.
We could have spread the teepee out, and it would have made them shorter.
Not as tall, yeah.
That's what we should have done.
Everywhere I look, I keep seeing more.
I know, and I've about picked all I want to fool with. Look at how these vines have grown around that bean. They're trying to climb themselves. Boy, right there's a pretty one. God,
honestly, as hard a time as we had with these, I never expected them to honestly do this good. We had a terrible time with them in the spring.
They never would germinate. So Megan, I have a ton of beans right here on this side of this plant that is like almost at that seed stage.
You're going to leave them?
So I'm just going to leave them hanging. I bet you, look, right there's another Mexican bean beetle. Sorry, things. Oh, look at that leaf wrapped up with them.
Pretty good.
Would you eat one raw? But yeah, I'm gonna leave all those because that right there is probably enough bean seeds for us to plant again next year. So we'll just leave those there. I believe we're done. 5-gallon bucket full.
Roughly a half a bushel. We'll
Look at that.
We'll find somebody that wants them after I might can these, but I'm running out of room. So, probably be giving away beans on the next go round.
I know, it kind of makes you wonder why in the world we're even trying to make them put out more. We sure don't need them.
Waste not, won't not.
Look at all the blooms coming right there. Ton of new blooms coming on them. So, I mean, we'll probably leave them in here for another month anyways. See what they make. That'll give those seed ones time to do their thing. And it'll give these blooms time to make beans. We'll probably get a couple more good pickings.
We're gonna have to take care of them beetles.
I will.
Yeah.
I will take care of those today. Over here's the other thing we got to pick is some black-eyed peas. We've got some on this trellis that's already went to seed, but we got a lot that's ready to be done something with.
Are those what's next on the list, dear?
I reckon so. And then we'll pick your grapes.
All right.
I went through the okra real good last night, so it probably ain't nothing there.
We've eaten fried okra like just about every night.
Every night for the past week or 2 or 3.
Yeah, for a while. I'm getting pretty good at frying okra.
You remember the other video I mentioned that I was probably going to sow all this in Super V Facilia? It is coming up thicker than hair on a dog's back. We have had the perfect weather for seed germination the past couple of days because it has done nothing but rain. The sun hasn't shined. Today is the first day we've seen any resemblance of sun in a while. And just look at that. All I did was throw the seed out on top of the ground. And it's coming up like crazy. So these black-eyed peas, these ones that are already drying up, I'm going to leave those for seed. What I'm after is ones that are that color right there. And like that. That'll work too. But all of these that look like that, we will shell them and can them. Now you can also save the dried beans to eat on. However, we just prefer to can the ones that are still kind of green and leave those dried pods for seeds. Like right there, that'll be seeds. That'll be seeds.
Be careful, they eat up with waspers.
I see them.
I don't know why in the world wasps like these peas like they do.
They do it. And y'all, zip ties apparently ain't strong enough, or at least not one zip tie. My netting fell.
We had a collapse.
During one of our storms the other day, we had a pretty heavy rain, and evidently it broke the zip tie that was holding that piece on, so it wouldn't surprise me if all the zip ties just ended up starting breaking. The whole net fall. But I'll have to remember that next year that up at the tops, we need to put like 2 zip ties instead of 1.
I hadn't got 14 peas in it. That's a
really
pretty good one. Yeah. It's long.
Wow.
Probably not the best, but it's pretty long compared to some of them. I don't know, Andy. I think we're picking these a little bit too early.
Too what?
Too early? I got a few on here, but you know, it takes a whole bunch of these.
We got enough to make us a mess.
Well, yeah, I mean to eat on, but
no, we can wait a little while, but I'm going to tell you.
I don't believe they're cannibal right now. They're not
you're saying there ain't enough to can?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll just pick what's right.
I was hoping I'd have enough to shell and can, but it ain't.
Well, as quick as these things have been turning, we could put these and leave them in the bucket here. And
no, I think I'll stick them in. I love fresh black.
Okay, that's fine.
I think I'll cook them.
There's a lot on here that's coming on though.
Yeah, they just ain't. It's like.
Well, in some ways that's kind of good. That's less that you got to do here in the next day or so.
It's like we're a couple of days early, I feel like.
Well, we had a lot that turned ripe early.
For some reason.
Yeah. And it didn't turn ripe with the rest of them. That's why we have some on here that's already dry.
All
you done all the way to here?
Yeah, but you go behind me and I go behind you.
Well, you're right. You didn't get many, and I didn't either.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like we're a couple days early. Because if you pick them too green, I mean, you can. They're just harder to shell.
Look,
and
what you missed.
Well, you know,
you can't see that,
that's
can
way
you?
above eye level. That's why I said go back behind me.
Well, you look down there close to the ground.
Look what you did.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, me. That is funny.
Yep, here's another one way up high you missed. Now, I wonder if it's because this side over here don't get that much sun. There ain't near as many beans on this side. Most of them's all on your side.
Is it?
Ain't no peas at all, hardly, on this side. See, I've done walked through it all that quick.
Well, I'm gonna come back behind you though, cause I've found a few, and I know you found
Right
a few
there's
behind
one.
me too.
That one, I'm gonna leave it.
Just leave it, yeah.
Boy, that's a pile of them, ain't it? That's pitiful. I really thought we had more than that. But we're gonna have them.
Oh, we got plenty of green ones. I just ain't gonna pick them like that, cause
No, you can't shell them.
I done been there and done that. Yeah. Now, back in the day when we didn't have a choice and we had a couple of days to do something,
You had to pick them.
I had to pick them when they was like it. Yeah.
There might be enough across the creek of them crowder peas to can a mess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought I might just, well, we'll see how many I get.
We'll have to go down there and check. And they may not be ready yet, but they was pretty close the other day. So,
Boy,
I guess that's it.
got a pile of them.
We'll starve to death. Hey, y'all know, a little's better than nothing.
Yep, some's better than none.
I picked a few beans off of these right here the other day. Boy, they was pretty too.
I just don't think they like it here.
But I mean, it's been too hot. From
Yeah.
everything we've read about these beans, they like cooler weather, and it's been too hot right now for them.
Yeah, I mean, the plants have done fine. The plants are beautiful and the flowers are beautiful, but they've barely made, like, any beans so far. But now, once the fall comes, it may be different.
I think it will be. Once it starts really cooling off, that these beans right here will really start showing out.
I'm going to tell you what, though. I have thoroughly enjoyed these beans, even though I have not eaten the first one.
They're beautiful.
I have
Look at
enjoyed them so much.
And they're still just loaded with blooms, but they keep throwing the blooms. They don't make a bean, they're throwing the bloom. See all them blooms laying on the ground. And, you know, from what we've read and found out about these beans, it's just because it's too hot.
Yeah, they won't make beans unless the weather's just right.
Yep.
I think it said below
It's like 80.
80, I think.
And so we had
Just this past week.
this past
finally,
week has been below 80, but it's going to be right back hot again here in just a day or two.
But it's made a handful of beans, but not enough to eat any off of. These would be cool though to plant.
Let them grow up inside of your porch.
Yeah. Now look at that's
and
a
shade
heck of a
'em.
pod, but I ain't gonna pick it because it ain't ready. Look, that's a heck of a pod.
That is, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's a monster pod.
Yeah.
We got what? Pick grapes now?
I'm gonna go down this way.
Oh, you're going to check over me.
Yeah, and then we'll go.
All
We'll
right.
go to the grapes. I don't know how many's left out there. But we'll just see. Andy really likes the grape jelly, and it did not crystallize this time.
Y'all, that grape jelly. So my favorite jelly is strawberry. By far, strawberry.
Like he'll eat the other stuff, but
It's not my favorite.
yeah.
This grape jelly is very quickly becoming my favorite. I mean, I am.
Yeah, he actually said last night, he said, well, I believe that's up there with strawberry.
It is so good. My goodness, it is so good.
But it did not, because it was good last year, but it had the sugar like crystallized in it.
Yeah, and that's
And
what
it-
made it kind of weird.
Yeah, it crunched.
But this year, it's not done that. And gosh, it is delicious.
But we've had several questions since that video. I'll address it right now since we're talking about it. We don't know what kind of grapevine that is. Andy's grandpa planted it many, many, many years ago, long before Andy's time, and we don't know. It's been here that long.
Mm-hmm. While she double checks me, I'll kind of explain what used to be here. In this corner right here used to be an old apple tree, what we always called June apples, and I absolutely loved those apples. They were little red apples, sort of greenish red. But it ended up dying on me, and I hated it, but I had to cut it down. And then right beside it was this grapevine. Now, Grandpa had a trellis built out of locust poles that went, it wasn't this long, but it was just a trellis out here. And when we moved here, for a little while we kept that trellis up, but it was rotten and old. So I decided this is where we was going to put our garden fence. So we cut that grapevine to the ground. So the grapevine determined where our fence was going to run, because I was like, well, I'm going to let the grapevine be running on our garden fence. So we cut it to the ground, built the fence here, let it come back out, and it has took a few years after that happened for it to get to where it is now. But the last 2 years, this grapevine has been so prolific. I mean, it is just unbelievable. And it's got some good grapes on it. So, no, we do not know what kind of grapes they are. All we know is they're purple grapes that's got seeds in them. I have no idea what variety this grape is.
I just about got the fire scared out of me just now.
There's a cat down there.
Look. I seen him moving, and I was like, what is that? It's Toto.
He follows you everywhere.
Yes,
right
he does.
Look, right in there, some I missed.
Where?
Right in there.
Oh.
See him? Them two white
I
collars?
didn't see him till, you said that.
You're getting attacked by the bean vine.
Killer. I'm going to tell you, this side is harder to see them on. So I'm going to go to the other side if you want to pick through this side. I mean, there'll be some, but...
Oh, wow. There's a bunch on the other side. I see them through the fence.
For whatever reason, a lot of the vine is on this side, but the grapes is on the other side.
It don't make no sense, does it?
No.
You know, I know you're supposed to prune grapevines and all that kind of stuff. I think it's kind of obvious that this one has had no pruning other than the big major cutback we done to it.
Yeah, we cut it to the ground.
And if we prune, if they're supposed to produce more by pruning, I just couldn't imagine what this vine would put off, because it has been unbelievable, the amount of grapes we've got off of this. Well, I done got several right here just out of this one spot. I ain't even moved.
I know it. Me too.
Now the big advantage I'd see to pruning this would be it'd be easier to pick. You wouldn't have to dig in here and hunt for them. That's okay. It kind of keeps them sheltered from everything that might be trying to eat them.
Look yonder with a cluster of grapes.
Oh, that is beautiful.
It's perfect.
It's like grocery store grapes. They look picture perfect.
They're heavy.
They are heavy.
They're good too.
That's cool. Do you want me to pick all these?
Pick them, yeah. Yeah, I ain't even hardly moved. Y'all see all these grapes I got.
Oh, you ought to see mine.
I wish I did know what kind they was.
Do what?
It'd be cool to know what kind they was. You'd never know though. Never have no way of knowing, I don't guess.
Might be some rare variety you ain't never heard of.
Might be. Some old timey one, somebody they don't make no more.
Here's the thing, where they was Grandpa's grapes, I guarantee he never bought a grapevine from nobody.
Somebody probably give it to him.
So if he had a grapevine, somebody give him these. So they ain't no telling, there's no telling what variety they are. Whatever they are, I guarantee they are old variety.
Well, they're good. Sometimes they're not as big as they are this year. I guess all that rain.
My grandpa was a very frugal man, and he didn't buy stuff like this right here. Now he'd get a clipping, get a cutting or something off of something and root it, but he wasn't going to buy one. We'll be here the rest of the day picking grapes. Just a quick update. We've got peas coming up. Uh-oh, that's about pushed out of the ground.
And you started, then you started our collards and stuff too already.
I started collards and cabbage, but I'm not very impressed with them. I don't think they're going to come up.
Why?
I don't know, but
Give
they ain't
them
nothing
time.
happened yet.
Patience.
We also planted our tomatoes. Y'all saw me root a couple videos back. I just planted those right before all this rain came in, and I got the peas planted right before all the rain come in. Those are your winter peas. I'm trying it just a little bit early this year because last year we didn't get anything because it turned too cold too quick. We had absolutely beautiful pea vines, but then we had a really hard freeze come in and it destroyed them. So I'm hoping this year that planting them, I actually planted them the first week of August. I'm hoping that this time I actually make some peas before they get killed again. And I did not video it because I got done as soon as it started raining. It was one of those moments where I was trying to, y'all look at that. It was one of those moments where I was trying to beat the rain, just like it's been all year long. I had an extremely short window that the ground was halfway dry enough to work. So I worked it and planted them peas and planted the tomatoes and all that, and within 10 minutes of me getting done, it was raining like cats and dogs. I mean, this whole year's been that way. We ain't got a break. I mean, and I'm not complaining once again, because we was in a terrible drought last year. So I'm hoping that all this rain we're getting is making up for what we lost, like in the water table and the creeks and all that last year. But man, still, it has made it one more challenge this year to get anything done. My, oh my. What a pile of grapes.
Well, they in there. Should I just dump mine in yours?
Look at the grapes, y'all.
Here, let's do this.
Yeah, there you go.
Pile of them, ain't it?
That is a pile of them.
Almost half full of number 2 wash tub.
Beautiful.
Yep, they're heavy too.
I see lots of grape jelly in my future.
Thing is, I still left some that wasn't quite right. I can come
yeah.
out here and do it again
Look under here,
in a couple
y'all.
days.
Just down my side over there a while ago. Apparently I missed some. And look, hanging up in there on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, you must have walked right by that spot.
But at the moment, I think we got enough to work with, don't you?
Yes. Yeah, that'll keep me busy for a while.
Yep. We come down to the creek garden here just to check things out, and I don't know if y'all can see this behind me or not, but Fall Creek Garden has suffered big time this year, but we are still going to get some stuff out of it. I do think we've got some Crowder peas out there ready to pick, and if nothing gets that corn, we got a beautiful stand of corn.
The pole pumpkins, though,
Yeah, apparently pumpkins don't
they
like
drowned
wet
it.
weather. They have suffered. I haven't even put the effort into trying to take care of them because it's just not being great weather at all. But one thing that kind of caught us off guard when we walked over here. So this here is goldenrod, and you can see it's not in full bloom at all yet.
Looks like it's already been.
Oh, is it? Maybe you're right.
I don't know. Why does it look like that?
It might have already bloomed. Maybe it did. And before I get into talking about this goldenrod, we do know that we have a variety. We have 2 different varieties of goldenrod that grow here. One blooms early, one blooms a little later. But what we have noticed in the past is this first blooming one always shows a big cool down, right?
That's what we've kept up with. What, this be the 3rd year maybe?
Yeah.
Or 4th year?
So the old tale is that when you see goldenrod blooming,
6 weeks to the first frost.
yep, 6 weeks to the first frost. But what we have discovered is this early blooming goldenrod will kind of signify a big cool down. And then when you start seeing goldenrod blooming everywhere, that's the later blooming one.
That's your frost.
That's your one that detects your frost. And so far, y'all, it has been...
That's the 3rd clump I've seen in the general vicinity area.
So that is somewhat crazy to think that in 6 weeks we're going to have some type of big cool down. But I've been hearing a lot about we could potentially have an early fall this year.
And I'm going to tell y'all going to think I'm crazy, but it ain't been wrong yet.
No, it ain't.
It ain't been wrong yet.
But we have been paying attention as we ride the roads and just rambling around, and we've seen more than just that one blooming. So it's something to pay attention to and keep your curiosity up and see if it really happens or not. But anyways, all right, so those could stand to go. I believe they could stand to go like one more day, because most of these are still fairly green. So yeah, Megan, I think we will let them go another day. We'll probably come down here either tomorrow or the next day and pick these, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I think that'll give it a little more time for this to dry up too.
Look at the sweet corn over here. This ain't good at all.
What?
Something done been in here and found this sweet corn. You reckon the coons has done found it? There's another ear tore down.
That's it.
But how in the world did it get in here?
That's what happened last time.
So I have worked and worked and worked keeping power on this net down here, and usually that keeps the coons out, but apparently...
It's probably the same coons that figured out how to get in it last time.
Yep, they're smarter than I am. So I don't know, we'll see. We might not get no corn out of this because coons know when the corn is ready.
Yep, they can smell it.
All right, but anyways, that's
we won't get no corn out of that if they done found it.
We may not. If we don't, we don't. Luckily, it's been so wet down here, we ain't put a whole lot of effort into any of this because we ain't been able to work it.
Can't hardly walk in it.
It's almost like we planted it and we were able to cultivate it once or twice, and that's it.
But the pole pumpkins, this ain't even squash bugs. What usually gets them is they've drowned.
Out there, them vines look okay. Sweet potatoes look pretty good, but I'll be surprised if they ain't rotten when we go to dig them.
Yeah, I don't know how that works with sweet potatoes.
I don't either.
I don't know if they're sensitive to the wet or I don't know.
I don't either, because I can't say that I've ever had sweet potatoes down here in a wet year.
Yeah. Yeah, usually that's the thing about this place, and y'all have heard us talk about it in other videos. On a dry year like last year, this was our star right here. Down here was the best because it holds moisture. But then on a wet year like this year, it's
almost
no good.
Almost a useless cause.
Yep.
But we're still going to get something out of it. I was telling Megan the other day, I said, you know what? Instead of us growing a garden down here, we ought to dig a pond down here. Since it naturally wants to be a pond, we should just let it be a pond.
It wants to be a swamp.
It'd be a swamp. I've got my fence tester. I'll hook this power back up once you get out, and we'll see if it's got the power on.
You know they done outsmarted us that other time.
I know.
One time, this has been, if you look back on old videos, you'll see the video. It's been a couple years ago. We had some awesome sweet corn down here. And the coons tore it up. I mean, just tore it up. To the point that we were convinced that the coons were living inside the net. And I even put Tiger in here, you know, for a while that day, trying to get her to run them up, see if they was living in there. But never did figure out how they got in there.
Nope.
Because they can't touch it and lift it up. It'll shock them.
Right.
They can't climb over it. It'll shock them.
Makes no sense.
They can't jump that high.
Yep, so if they get it again this time, I guess at that point I'm going to consider it a lesson learned, and I'm not going to plant no more sweet corn down there.
Because we are in the middle of the woods right on a creek.
Yeah,
Perfect
it's a terrible
raccoon
spot, but normally it works. Let's see, before I even hook the wire back up, I'll check my power coming over here. 9.9.
Did it get you?
No, but it popped. It scared me. Must be a lot of drain on this net. The grass is getting tall again. Y'all, that's something else. It has been a never-ending battle. Look, it's 9.9, so it's got plenty of power. But with all the rain we've had this year, it has been an ongoing battle trying to keep this mowed around this net. I mean, it's been... Usually in a normal year, I can get by and mow around this net about 2 to 3 times. This year, I've done mowed at least 4 or 5 times around this net. And look at it again. And if you don't keep it mowed around this net and keep that grass short, it'll start draining the power. And then you take a morning when you've got a wet dew, that kills the power even more, and critters start getting in there. Normally a coon don't mess with it till it starts getting ready.
That's true.
Because a coon will catch you off guard. You'll be like, oh yeah, tomorrow we're going to pick sweet corn.
And then it's gone.
Then you come down here tomorrow and you're like, oh no, something done picked it for us, and it'll be a coon.
Yeah, and they only take a bite out of each one.
And I know it ain't no deer. Like, deer do not get in this with this fence set up. So it's got to be like a coon or
plus, if it was a
groundhog.
deer, them crowder peas wouldn't be there like that.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, deer and the sweet potatoes. The sweet potatoes and
that would be their
peas
first choice.
Well, we'll just keep our eye on it. I kind of wish I hadn't seen that now. It's got me disheartened. It's just part of it. And if we don't make nothing, we don't make nothing. I mean, it's just what it is. But we've got plenty of corn so far at this point.
Oh, yeah.
That's the great thing. Well, like I said, I guess we'll give it a day or two on those peas. You want to go back and start snapping some beans?
Might ought to.
Yeah, because if we don't get on it, it ain't going to get done.
I know.
Oh, this will take a minute right here.
These bigger ones has got strings.
Do they?
Yeah. I think I remember that from last time. now that I run into it.
Well, some parts of the garden is just about, that ain't no can, it's gonna get too old. Some parts of the garden just about come to an end, and feel like some of them's just fixing to take off.
Yeah.
That's too old too.
The timing's been odd this year, I feel like, on everything.
It has. We've had good success for the most part, other than our tomatoes. Everything's been rather good.
Well, I was just looking out there at our, what is it? Not fabulous tomato, what is it?
I don't believe that's no good.
Fantastic.
Yes, fantastic tomato.
And that thing is plumb full of the prettiest green tomatoes you've ever seen.
This late, as long as it's been planted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've gotten some good tomatoes off of it. I mean, it's been slow. Like when you see one turning red, like you're only going to get like one, maybe two. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they're good tomatoes, and Jacob's Better Boys, man, them things.
They rocking and rolling right now, ain't
Yeah.
they? That's something we ain't showed in a long time with Jacob's garden. Right now, Jacob's down to having green beans, which we need to pick those too, and his tomatoes. And he's got some watermelons growing. Both of his corn, his sweet corn and his field corn, is done.
The sweet corn, we got to get one eaten off of it.
Yeah, we learned some stuff this year about the way we situated his garden, and I think next year we're going to do it a little different. But the way we had those green beans along the fence line, it shaded everything else.
I'm going to tell you, they got thick.
They did. They grew like crazy. But they shaded out everything, and that made the corn kind of suffer. So I think next year we're going to put the green beans on the back wall and then have everything else out in front of them. I just didn't realize that the sun went across the sky the way it does right there, but we know now, so we know what to do next year. And he had, what was it, devotion sweet corn?
I think that's what you said, yeah.
And I'm going to tell y'all, that was a white sweet corn, and that was a really good sweet corn too.
It was delicious.
Never grew devotion, but I think that we might potentially grow some in the future.
I'd love to have some more. I thought it was really good. Yeah, he's pretty proud of his little garden out there. It's done really well for him.
His blue corn, the blue field corn that he had a few pretty years, and he had some that didn't pollinate quite well, and I don't know if it's because of the lack of sunshine or if it just didn't pollinate.
Yeah, because if y'all remember, we planted it in a circle. We
Yeah.
had read about that in some books and stuff, and
that's how he wanted to do it.
Yep, and that's how he wanted to do it. So that's how we did it. Maybe we didn't plant it thick enough in the circle.
He says we didn't plant it in a big enough circle, so it didn't have enough corn plants in that circle.
Okay, well.
But honestly, I mean, he didn't have much room to plant
Any bigger
circle if he was going to grow anything else. Yeah, I got some of these beans here. If they got too old, I'm just throwing them in there.
That's fine.
The pigs will enjoy them.
Oh yeah. Boy, it's been a nice day today, though, ain't it?
It has.
Well, dear, looks like I'm gonna be canning green beans. Feel like we ain't even made a dent in that bucket.
We ain't. But when me and Grandma sat up here the other day and snapped them, I mean, we made a dent in it real quick.
Yeah, your grandma can roll on snapping beans, though.
Yes, she can. Wonder how many green beans she snapped in her life.
A few, I'd say. You don't hear that? Is it thunder?
I don't know. I did hear it that time. It ain't supposed to be. We got like 0% chance of rain today.
Well, you know what? That's usually when it rains. That's what happened, yesterday and one day last week, I think it was a 0% chance come a storm.
Yeah. I can't remember what day it was now. But I did. I heard it. Maybe that's why the sky's as hazy as it is. It may be going to storm. Who knows? That's what we need, is another shower.
I know the mud's drying up in the creek.
I was going to say, I'd hate to see the roads dry off. Oh, man, it's something all the time. Last year we was complaining about drought. This year we're complaining about rain. What would it be if we wasn't complaining about something?
Oh, we ain't complaining. We're just talking.
But I'll have to give it one thing. It's been a good year for corn. Unless the coons get it.
Yeah. I know, I've got kind of worried about that sweet corn down there.
Well,
That serendipity is so good.
it is good.
Because coons think it's good too. What we had planted down there that year? Wasn't that serendipity that they got?
Yeah, every year. No, I think we had Honey Select that one year that they got it all.
Yeah, y'all. I'll have to go back and find that old video. That's been like 2 years ago, I think.
I think the title of it was the video we didn't want to make.
Yeah,
Something like that.
I think so. Talk about being sick. We had such pretty sweet corn down there, and they just slapped. I mean, tore. It had to have been a whole family of raccoons, didn't it?
They destroyed it in one night. We got enough to eat on, and that was it.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think I had some sold. I just threw my good bean in the bucket.
Yeah, that's right.
We had a bunch sold that year.
That was going to
and
be, yeah.
We was counting on that to sell, and we didn't get to sell a bit because we didn't get none.
Prime example of not counting our chickens before they hatch, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was all but ready, and we was telling all these people, I remember, that's right. And we were like, yeah, it's, it'd be ready. We'll have it. Come pick it up this weekend or something,
Yep. And you know what? I have not tried to sell the first ear of sweet corn since then.
We have not.
I'll tell you, man, you could sell the fire out of sweet corn around here. And there's a lot of people who sell sweet corn in our area, but you could sell so much sweet corn, but it's so hard to keep the critters out of it that
I guess these people that plant these big fields, I guess they got so much it don't matter.
I guess so.
I've
wondered how in the world they keep the critters out of them, especially the coons.
The raccoons and the bears. Bears will do a number on it too. Now that's something, knock on wood, we ain't never had an issue with here at our particular house, but there have been people that I've heard of in the area say you think a raccoon will do it.
Yeah, bears will tear a corn patch up. Field corn too. I don't know. I tell you, it's hard to grow much anything anymore for all the critters. Used to not be a problem.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't used to be like it is now. And people, I see comments occasionally, especially when we go talking about the deers and stuff. Why don't we hunt the deers to put down the deer population? Let me tell y'all something. It goes like this. I think you could kill 10 a day and you wouldn't make a dent in them.
No, you kill 10 a day and 10 or 20 is going to come to its funeral.
Yep.
And they're going to stay.
Yep. It's how they are so extremely overpopulated here. It's not even funny. It's got to the point now that you see them out during the day all the time. Go down the road everywhere. You got to watch. You used to just have to watch for deer, so you didn't hit one. When the sun was going down early in the morning, late at night, that's when you'd see them. Now, you better be watching for them. I don't care what time of day it is.
Yeah, I've seen the most deer out in the middle of the day this year that I've ever seen.
Yeah, they are on the move all the time. But we do hunt a little, I hunt a little bit.
But you can only eat so many.
Yeah.
If we hunted everything we had a problem with, we would have no reason to raise anything else, that's for sure. But the funny thing is, though, come deer season, you can't find them.
Yeah.
It's almost like they know. Oh, it's deer season now. Let's go hide.
Yeah, let's go hide till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, they become nocturnal in deer season.
Yeah, that's our biggest pest, though. Deer, raccoons. Never really had issues with squirrels. Never really had issues. I mean, we got a groundhog that comes and visits the garden down at the creek occasionally, but he don't hurt nothing. Yeah. I mean, we let him have his little snacks and stuff.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I like watching my groundhogs. I enjoy that.
It's Andy's pet. You ought to see him. I wish we could catch him on video one day, but he's so fast, we probably never will.
And he is huge.
He's so fat. Yeah, he is so fat.
Yeah, that's our biggest pest is deer and coons, and really coons aren't a big issue.
And crows. I guess you can count crows in the beginning of gardening.
Yeah, they'll pull stuff up. But the coons ain't even really that big of an issue unless you're on a creek bottom. I've never had that big a problem with coons up, like on some upland or something. But boy, you'll have problems with deer there.
Everywhere.
But it's at the point that where pretty much if you're going to grow something, you got to have it fenced. Especially if it's a crop that the deer really like. It's got to be fenced in. I mean, you can't grow it.
You remember that one year? This was before we had our big fence out here at the big garden at the house. I had some green beans out there, and I told Andy, I said, and we were both working full-time plus at this time. And I told him, I went out there that night, and I said, well, I believe I'll be ready to pick this weekend because I guess we was going to be off work that weekend. I said, I'll be ready to pick this weekend. I was so excited. This was a couple days later was the weekend. I went out there to go pick them early on I guess it was a Saturday morning. Wasn't a bean left out there.
You remember?
It was mowed.
You remember that one year? I don't remember if it was down here at the creek or if it was out there.
Let me show you. All that was left on all my bean plants was that.
I do remember that. But I remember a year that they come through and all they done was eat the leaves off of them and left a bean. And it made them like super easy to pick.
I do remember that. Where was that up here?
I don't know if that was here or if it was down there. I think it was out here.
I can't remember.
Because that garden out there, like I said, ain't always had a fence around it.
No.
That fence has been built in the last 5 years. But before that, we had to work hard to keep a deer out of that. And that's right beside the house.
Yep, right beside. Oh, they still come through our front yard. I can't have no flowers in the front yard.
Nope.
None. They come through. I guess he just makes his way around the front and takes him a little. What is it, my pretty flowers that's out there that they love so good?
Them little lilies.
Yeah. I ain't had none of them in several years. They come up and they try to live. And the deer say, oh, you look delicious.
Megan, I've thrown a bunch away.
I have too. I'm getting into some tough ones here. I don't know where these have come from.
There's a bunch of nice ones, but I found a bunch of tough ones.
I mean, them tough ones, you can shell them if you want a few extra beans in them.
Yeah.
So depending on how much.
You know what?
Depending on what you want.
The pigs will enjoy them, and we have plenty more coming on that I don't have to worry about these tough ones.
I know.
Now, if that was all we had,
Be different.
be a different story.
Well, guys, I guess y'all know what we're going to be doing the rest of this evening. We're going to get through this bucket of beans. I don't know if I'll get them in the canner this evening or not. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope you might have learned a little something. And till we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.
Boy, there's a pretty one.
Are you being sarcastic or for real?
No, for real. This was about the prettiest bean I've had so far.
They're not bad looking, though.
No, they're all pretty. We just let them go too long.
No. Well, sometimes it just ain't enough time in the day.
I know.